Okay, so this is update video 2. Basically just explaining what's old, what's new, what's to come, what's the plan and all that. From myself, I don't have much going on at the moment, in the sense of I got let go of work, and now I'm kind of just mainly focusing on this, trying to get things sorted, trying to get Cara here to Canada. We've been struggling so much to actually just get answers. Nothing more than that. I've spoken to some government officials, and unfortunately, the answer that we're kind of getting is that because of the circumstances that we're living in at the moment, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing in paper that they can get a year without still going through the steps. And even through the steps, there are some things that are now shut down and so on. That being said, we're kind of just watching the news, trying to figure out and seeing how quickly we can get Cara here. We are praying and we are hoping that December is the timeline, but we don't know. So we'll just have to see how it goes, and we're going to try and do the best that we can and try and make the best of it. Otherwise than that, not much else going on. I'm trying to get my living area and life sorted, in a sense. It's been a bit chaotic at the moment, but as soon as I've kind of tidied things up and organized some things, I actually need to go to IKEA and get those things and start building that. So hopefully, like the floating shelves that are sitting on my fridge right here, hopefully those can now go up there and we can kind of get the bedroom sorted and all that stuff. So there are those kind of videos coming up that I quite enjoy watching, so hopefully you guys enjoy. And that being said, yeah, on to Cara, see what she has going on in her life. Thanks, guys.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the vlog. So in this vlog, it's just going to be a bit of a sit down, and me and Tegan are going to update you guys on like what's going on. So I don't know who you've chatted to first, me or Tegan. But yeah, basically we've been a bit distant from the vlog and we haven't really been posting much, mainly because I actually decided to enter Miss South Africa. And I will leave the link to my entry video like down below. I put a lot of effort in and a lot of work in, and it was just like all consuming, and I started a new project called Truly Me. It's all gonna be on the another channel, my personal channel. So like I'll be having interviews with people, and it's just gonna be real stories from real people, and it's just gonna be a bit more personal, and about me, and about other people's stories. So the Truly Me campaign is really just going to be something that touches on a lot of issues that a lot of people face, and we're going to be having some interviews, hearing people's stories and chatting about things like endometriosis that I have and that isn't talked about, and things like body shaming, but for like all body sizes. Like I've been body shamed, and on there I'm going to be sharing my story, and a few other people are going to be sharing their stories. So we're going to be touching on a lot of topics. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions for the Truly Me topics, leave them down below. I'd really love to hear it. But just on another note, obviously this week, I don't know when you're watching this, but our wedding was supposed to be this week. So it's been also like a bit of an emotional roller coaster in that sense. And that's also why we didn't really I didn't really feel like filming, because I didn't really know what was going to happen. And with Miss South Africa, with the wedding, with everything. So unfortunately I didn't make it into the Miss South Africa finals, the top 35, but I am really proud of myself for putting myself out there and entering. I think it was like 2,500 entries. It was like the biggest entries that they have ever gotten. So I was really putting myself out there and competing against a lot of strong voices, and yeah, I put myself out there. I gave it my best, and I just feel like obviously God has already chosen the next Miss South Africa, and I wish her all the best, and that she lead this country with kindness and with grace, and with God at her right hand, and that she'll truly follow, like God has picked his winners. So I'm proud that I've put myself out there, and I can say that I took the chance and I did it. So I don't have any regrets on that aspect. Obviously was a bit disappointed that I couldn't make it through, but like I said, ultimately there is a bigger picture. So yeah, I think this week is just kind of gonna be a bit of a blur, and I don't really know. Like, we're on level 3 lockdown, and doesn't make much of a difference really. We're still on lockdown. The only thing now is we're free to exercise any time of the day, and more businesses go back to work, but it's still pretty strict. You can't go visit people, or not like easily, and you have to be very like careful when you do visit people, and you're not allowed to leave the provinces. So like, you are stuck in your own province. Like, Cape Town can't go visit Johannesburg, and I think it's only on level 2 that we can travel from province to province, and then only on level 1 can we travel internationally. So hence the bit of the downer side of that is obviously I don't know when I will see Tegan again. I don't know when the flights will open up. I don't, yeah, like, there's so many things. Like, I know that Canada and everyone's going back to normal now, but in South Africa we're just going into winter. Like, it was snowing in the mountains, like in the small towns close to the mountains. It was seriously snowing, and even in some places like in close to Johannesburg, apparently it's going to be snowing on the ground, which doesn't happen a lot in South Africa, right? So it's not Canada. There's not always snow in winter. It's usually just rainy and cold, and maybe some snow on the mountains, like the top of the mountains. But this year seems like a really, really cold winter, which obviously means, I mean, COVID is not gone yet. Sorry, there's like people walking and exercising. But obviously, like, COVID hasn't really hit us yet. Like, we have a lot of cases, don't get me wrong, and we do have a very strict lockdown, and we are quite a big country. But I mean, we were in summer when this whole thing started, so not a lot of people were affected in the beginning, and we had a really swift lockdown, which was really good. But now level 3, people out more, people are doing stuff more, and we're going into winter, so it's not only flu season, but now obviously there's the virus, and it's just gonna be a bit rough. I think we're gonna hit our peak this winter, so we might even have to go back to level 5, which would be horrible because it's further away from level 1. Level 1 is the goal, because then I get to see Tegan, because we'll find a way to get to each other, and level 1 is also when my sister can come back home. So it's like a lot going on, and it's hard. That alone is really hard. Now to have like your loved one, your significant other, the person that you were going to marry, be stuck on the other side of the world, and to know, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I really can't explain it to you guys. Like, it's one of those things that I don't even think I know how to process it properly, and I don't think it has, like, even when we had to cancel and ask people for deposits and money back, which they don't really want to do, which makes it harder, because like, it's not my choice to cancel my wedding, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't choose to like not get married. Like, I had no choice in the matter. Like, there are no flights, there are travel bans. Like, there's no physical way we can get married unless it's legal to get married over Skype. Like, do you guys know, can I get married over Skype? Like, what if we Zoom call our pastor? Could we get married like in separate countries? But like, I don't think it's really set in. Like, the other night I was very emotional. I think it's just because I missed everyone so much. But I don't think it's really set in that I don't have a wedding, because I missed out on pretty much everything to do with a wedding. Like, I don't have, like, I designed my wedding dress, but I'd never had fittings for my wedding dress. I never got to try on my wedding dress. I never went through that experience. I didn't have a kitchen tea or a shower. I didn't have a bachelorette. I didn't get to do fun things with my bridesmaids. The only thing we did was the when we got engaged, we obviously had an engagement dinner, and we asked our groomsmen and bridesmaids to be part of our bridal party. But that was when we got engaged in 2017. We've been engaged a while. And like, part of the reason for that was because I wanted to finish my studies. Like, I just started studying, and I knew once we got married we couldn't do long distance. So it would either be that he had to move back to South Africa, or I would have to move to Canada. And I didn't want to restart my studies, if that makes sense. So he was busy studying, I was busy studying, and I just decided, you know what, the year I graduate, 2020, well, finished school in 2019, but like graduating in 2020, it was just a thing of like, it felt natural. Like, yes, we're gonna have a long engagement, but you know, we've known each other 10 years, so what's a couple of extra years? At least we know we're committed to each other and we're engaged. It's a lot of the unknown. And for those of you that know me, like, I like planning, I like organizing. I have 500 checklists a day and I like ticking things off the list. And right now it feels like I have a blank page in front of me. I can't even put things on the list because I don't know if I'll ever be able to tick them off. I don't know if it's even possible. So it's like I'm staring at this blank page and I don't know how to feel about it. Anyways, this might be a bit of a jumpy video because I can see it's getting really long. So I love Tegan for editing this. This update, I think, is just a bit more like chatty, and like a sit down and like just a friend to a friend, let's chat. And I just, honestly, I don't know how I feel, and honestly I don't know what's happening, and I don't know when things are going to change. So I feel really bad coming here and giving you an update on nothing except for the fact that I was meant to graduate, I was meant to get married, and I can't do either. And so needless to say, I'm not very happy with this virus, but I am a very strong believer that God has a plan and that everything will work out the way he planned it. He obviously had another wedding date in mind. He obviously has big plans for this world and for our country and for every country. I think he's really going to change the world in a big way. And we just have to trust. We have to trust that he will always have our best interests at heart, and the things that mold us and shape us and make us who we are is the hard times. Like, realistically, like, there's been some great times, but the things that really shape you as a person are the hard times. And even though me and Tegan have had our fair share of hard times with the whole long distance, there's obviously still a few more hikes up the mountain we need to take in our relationship. And who knows, maybe it's meant to make me stronger and to make him separately stronger, so that separately we can be really strong for when we come together. And who knows what the future holds. Maybe there's something big that's coming in the future that if we don't go through this now, we'll never be able to stick together. And we need to go through this emotionally to be supportive in the future. I don't know, like, I feel that long distance has really taught us a lot about communication, a lot about sticking together, a lot about like being there for each other in the hard times and in the good times. And it's taught us a lot about our relationship. And like, it's true what they say, like, long distance relationships are like 1 in a million to work, right? And because it's hard, and a lot of people just give up, because it's incredibly hard. But in our minds, like I said, in our minds, we're committed, we're engaged, we're like, there's no backing out, and there's no option of divorce. Like, we're together, and we'll sort through anything and everything. But I love you guys, and thank you for sticking with us and for being with us through all this hardship. And we know we haven't been regular in posting and uploading, but like we said, we never intended this to be like a too rigid. Like, we want it to be real. The vlog channel is always meant to be real and authentic, and for you to see what we go through. So I know that I still have some Tokyo videos that I need to be posting, and I know Tegan hasn't really filmed a lot, but we hope you enjoy some of our vlogs and our videos and coming along with this journey with us. And yeah, hopefully his is short and sweet, because I know mine was really long, and I thank Tegan for editing this, because I know it's gonna be hard. So if you sticked around till like the end, because I know I rambled and I don't even know what Tegan has said, so if you made it through to the end, leave a little green heart, and just, yeah, leave a little green heart, and then we'll know that you have stuck through the entire video. And I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.